There are plenty of 7-seat SUVs on the market at the moment, but not many of them can boast serious off-road ability. That's where these two come in, the Isuzu MU-X and the Holden Colorado 7. Designed to offer a more affordable alternative to the likes of the Toyota Prado, these two look quite similar at a glance, and that's because they are. Both share the same basic components, including ladder-on-frame underpinnings and similar interior designs. However, both have unique engine and transmission combinations and different steering and suspension calibrations, so they drive considerably differently on and off the road. The Isuzu has a larger 3-litre turbo diesel 4-cylinder with 130 kilowatts and 380 newton meters, and has a 5-speed automatic transmission. On the road, the Isuzu's engine is a lot quieter than the Colorado. It's still noisy, but a little bit less clacky. The Isuzu's engine may be down on power, but it does feel like it offers more linear power delivery. On the open road, the Isuzu feels quite comfortable. Around town it is a little bit bouncy, but not quite as jittery as the Colorado. That's a good thing if you've got people in the back, because they don't want to be bouncing around all over the place. The Colorado has a smaller 2.8-litre turbo diesel 4-cylinder with 147 kilowatts and 500 newton meters, much more than the Isuzu, but it uses more fuel too, 9.2 litres per 100 k's compared to the MU-X's 8.4 litre claim. The Holden certainly has the advantage in terms of pulling power. There's more torque, and it certainly feels gruntier when you do put your foot down. However, it's also a lot noisier. Neither of these cars does a very good job when it comes to urban duties. However, the Colorado's ride is just that little bit more uncomfortable. It doesn't feel nearly as settled as the Isuzu, and you notice a lot of the little bumps coming into the cabin. You also notice them through the steering wheel, which offers a little bit less feel than the Isuzu. Back down the hill in the MU-X, no hill descent control on this car, which is possibly a downer for serious off-roaders, but let's just see how it handles this extremely steep little section down over this rock ledge. Plenty of articulation, the back end just kicked up over that little crease, and it smiles all around. It's supremely capable. For the money, Prado buyers need to think twice. As it does on the road, the MU-X feels a little bit more composed off the road. It doesn't feel quite as pogo-y over the bumps, and the suspension lets the car rebound quite nicely. When it comes to the rough stuff, both cars have a switchable 4-wheel drive system that works on the run. Neither have locking diffs, and the MU-X misses out on a full-scale hill descent control system. While most people will probably use their Colorado 7 for the school run, the school just happens to be down quite a rocky mountain, you could be in luck. This thing copes okay. Creeping down this rather steep and rocky section, just using the hill descent control, pulling us up nicely down the hill over the last bump. No hassles. Made for this stuff. Inside, both offer adequate space in the second and third rows for adults, with ventilation for all occupants. However, with all the seats up, the boot in both cars is quite small. They may look identical at first glance, but the Isuzu has nicer materials all around inside, including on the doors, on the dash, and on the seats. And it has a sat-nav system that can tell you the rough roads, and also an entertainment system for the kids in the back. The interior of the Holden doesn't feel quite as high quality, but it does have some advantages. That MyLink media system is simple to use, and the Bluetooth connectivity is brilliant, and it has a digital speedometer. There's also a vanity mirror on the driver's side, which the Isuzu misses out on. Both of these SUVs can handle the rough stuff and can seat 7 in comfort, and neither of them are very good around town. However, if we had to choose one, it would be the Isuzu MU-X. It has a smoother ride, quieter engine, and more refined interior.